Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. Right now we want to throw it to Kaylee, who is going to tell you about an art form that is being revived. Kaylee?
That's right. If you think bladesmithing is a dead art, think again. For Ozark native Colin Miller, it's his profession at only 19 years old. Put your hair up, you're about to enter the inferno. With some kindling, a blowtorch, a pile of coal, and a hunk of metal,
I think I'm going to make a dagger.
You've got yourself a recipe.
There we go.
For a not-so-average teenage lifestyle. For Colin Miller, it's all about the forge.
If you want to be the best, then it's like, it kind of has to be your #1 priority.
What started out as a curious obsession,
For some reason, I still believe that I could make knives that were better than the knives I could afford.
has propelled into a 2,500-degree passion.
Dave Delagardelle is now a really good friend of mine. Huge inspiration for me. One of the reasons I wanted to make swords. It's like, guys like you don't really come around that much. I was 14 at the time, and I was already making work that was kind of like the lower end of professional level stuff. And he's like, no, if you stick with this, then you can be one of the best in the world. And I was, you know, I was kind of just, it's like, what? There's no downside to giving it my best shot. That's what I did.
With a collection of over 100 handmade knives, he makes it look easy.
One of my little brothers, he's like, I want to be a blacksmith. I said, well, why? He goes, because it looks easy. So I let him come out in the shop, you know, obviously like put safety glasses and earmuffs and everything on him so he wouldn't get hurt, and just let him watch, and he never said he wanted to be a blacksmith after that.
At only 19 years of age, Colin knows his youth in this trade comes with some trade-offs.
The pros are that I have more time, obviously. The cons, there's really not that many cons. One is maybe that people don't take me as seriously, which is, you know, something that I run into occasionally, but a lot of the time people see my work, and my work kind of speaks for itself as opposed to people making judgments about me.
Impressive work that's propelled him onto an international stage with a run on History Channel's Forged in Fire.
Oh, I mean, look at his mastery of Big Blue there. I mean, yeah, working the profile into that blade, beautiful.
But before bladesmithing was an internet sensation,
Here's a young man that understands not to waste time.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny is everyone thinks since I'm young, like, do you start because you're, you know, watching YouTube or TV? I'm like, no, I started because I was just playing outside and didn't have anything better to do.
Colin was forging and trying to keep all of his limbs intact.
The first sheath that I made, I think it was like 13 or 14. I hadn't made any sheaths before. I didn't go out and buy, you know, real leather, because why would I? I killed a woodchuck and skinned it. Made a sheath out of the woodchuck hide. And when I went to draw the knife out of the sheath to show the knife to someone, I dragged the edge of the blade right across my finger and cut my finger almost off. I cut it right down to the bone. I had like 8 or 9 stitches in that finger. The nerve damage still bugs me sometimes. It hurts, but you get used to it.
Something Colin won't settle with? Quitting.
For me, it's definitely more of an art than it is a science, because there's no limits to what you can do. I don't see myself quitting ever, at least until I die.
Colin's got to support a family which he attributes a lot of his success to. His dad helped him build that workshop and also bought him his first anvil several years ago. Colin also credits his mom's homeschooling for allowing him extra time in the shop. For starting at age 11 and with that degree of professional blades, I'd say he's got a great road ahead of him. Viking and Celtic era blades are his faves to make, which you can check out at colinmillerblades.com.